The Kogi State Government has condemned the violent protests staged on Wednesday at the Confluence University of Science and Technology, Osara, by some persons under the banner of the Association of People Living with Disabilities. The protesters, who locked the university's main gate and disrupted academic activities, claimed they were being marginalized in employment opportunities at the institution. In a statement issued in Lokoja on Thursday, the State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fanwo, described the claims as baseless, stressing that the institution has employed several qualified persons living with disabilities in both academic and non-academic roles. While acknowledging the challenges faced by PWDs, the Commissioner maintained that their claims of exclusion were unfounded. He stressed that the government cannot operate a quota system in academic recruitment where excellence and merit must prevail. Now joining us is Kingsley Fanwo, the Commissioner for Information in Kogi State. Mr. Kingsley, good evening and thank you for joining us now.
Thanks for having me.
Mr. Kingsley, can you help us clear out what the main issues are? The protests could have been, prevented by, with dialogue. What really happened?
Thank you very much. Yesterday at the Confluence University of Science and Technology, a group under the aegis of the Association of People Living with Disabilities stormed the university and shut down academic activities. They shut down the main gates of the institution and disallowed people from even having access to the institution. And their grounds was said to be that they have been marginalizing employment in the institution, a claim that we have described as being untrue, frivolous, baseless. In an academic environment, you don't sacrifice standards. What has been done at the institution is to always advertise whenever they want to employ people. And people, whether they are able or disabled, would apply. And you don't indicate in your application whether you are a disabled person. And those that are qualified and are disabled have always been applying, and they have been employed in the institution. That's why we mentioned a few names of some of the people living with disabilities that are working in the institution. So it is a matter of qualification, a matter of standard, a matter of competence. And then we expected that they will come to the institution and have a dialogue to find out what's actually going on. If they had done that, they would have been given all the information they required instead of coming to disrupt activities, going violent in the name of protest. That is not acceptable.
Right. So, Mr. Kingsley, would you say you are satisfied now that the matter has been resolved, or you're satisfied through, or how? Are you satisfied how the matter has been resolved? And if yes, what really is the cause of this settlement?
Yes, we would definitely sit down with them. I would say that Kogi State is one of the states that are disability friendly. We're one of the first states to sign a bill into law establishing the Disability Commission. That shows that we have always given them special considerations because of their physical status. But a situation where they take laws in their hands will not be acceptable, because that could snowball into a major crisis in the state. So we would, at some point, I think we will sit down with them, but we have also told law enforcement agents to also investigate to find out what led them to such violent acts, and all of that. Because the things they came with, some very expensive recording gadgets and all of that, we suspect that some people who are playing politics with everything might have tried to use them to provoke the management and provoke the students into something that would have led into very serious crisis. So we want them to investigate. We will sit down with them. They are our people. The governor was elected by people with ability and disability, and he's the governor of all. So he would be able to address their challenges. A lot of things have been done in the state to empower people living with disabilities. So we expect them to engage us, to dialogue with us, to find out what is happening there. we will not do quota system in an academic environment where we want our graduates to be some of the best in the world. So it's not going to be about quota. Those that are qualified have applied. They have been employed to the academic cadre and the non-academic level. So it's not about whether giving some percentages to people with disability. If you are competent, if you have the qualifications, you apply. That has been the what. Which is, I think it is completely out of place. We have not completely resolved it. We have called on law enforcement agencies to investigate what actually happened. Then at some point, we will sit down and dialogue, and we'll be able to enlighten them as to how some of these things work. You could get quota system in some other areas, but when it comes to the academic environment, it has to be about your qualification and standards.
Okay, Kingsley, you mentioned that Kogi State Government is one of the states that is PWDs friendly. Are there policies in the Kogi State Government that is in place regarding equal opportunity, employment, and affirmative action and social equality for the people with disabilities?
Definitely, that was what led to the domestication of the disability law that led to the establishment of the Disability Commission in the state. And, through that, we have been able to do a lot of empowerment, do a lot of engagement for them. Some of them, because of their limitations, have places where they could work. And that's what our commission is doing. And we have been able to empower and engage a lot of them. So I would say that in terms of empowering the people living with disabilities, Kogi State is one of the top states there.
Thank you so much, Kingsley Fanwo, for joining us and giving us an update on this issue. Thank you.